On a cloudy morning in 1548, Queen Suriyuthai stood on the balcony of the palace in the capital of the Ayutthaya kingdom, gazing into the distance as the drums of war beat. She knew that the Burmese army, led by King Taban Shwedi, was approaching and that her husband, King Mahatharakesharat, would go out to fight. But she was not a woman to stand idly by. She was a warrior in heart and soul, ready to die for Ayutthaya. The Black Shadow approaches. This was not just another battle, it was a battle for survival. The Burmese army had advanced like a torrent, encamped at the border, and challenged Ayutthaya to open battle. King Mahatharakesharat gathered his army and decided to confront him on a plain near the city. Despite everyone's objections, Queen Suriyuthai insisted on accompanying him, dressed in warrior armor, mounted on her white horse, her sword slung at her waist. "I am your queen, and it is my duty to protect you as you protect me," she said, looking into his eyes. The king had no choice. He knew her strength and determination, and he knew he could not stop her. But suddenly, a seasoned Burmese commander, Mian Rai, broke through the Burmese ranks, riding a massive elephant, and charged directly at the king. Suriyuthai realized that her husband was in danger, and that the fatal blow was approaching. In a flash, she spurred her horse forward, standing between her husband and the Burmese commander's spear, receiving the fatal stab in her chest. The glorious fall! The queen gasped, her body shaking under the blow, but her eyes remained unshakable for a moment, as if she were refusing to fall. When the king realized what had happened, he cried out her name, but it was too late. Her body slowly slumped and she fell from her horse, her blood covering the sacred ground she had fought to protect. The Ayutthaya army was struck with grief and anger, fueled by their queen's great sacrifice. The soldiers rose up like lions. They were able to repel the Burmese and force them to retreat. The queen's legacy. When the king returned to Ayutthaya, his return was not a victory, but rather the loss of his most precious person. He ordered a grand funeral for Queen Suriyuthai and vowed to immortalize her name in the memory of generations. Her story was heard in every home, told to children and soldiers, so that everyone would know that the queen who died on her horse was more than just a queen. She was the soul of Ayutthaya itself. Thus, Suriyuthai, the woman who fought like a lion and gave her life for her country, remained an immortal legend.